Palesa. If you're watching this, consider yourself my friend. Now, my friend, I don't know if you noticed that last week I didn't upload a video. Firstly, I apologize for that because I had told myself that I am going to work on faithfulness. Faithfulness is so important because faithfulness in small things leads to faithfulness in big things. So I really told myself that is one area I'm going to work on. Some people call it consistency, but at the end of the day, it is faithfulness. So what happened, friend? What happened is that I kinda crashed. I was like, oh. I had like an emotional breakdown. And the reason for this, friend, I don't know if you can relate to, but the reason for this is because I found that I was giving more than I was filling myself with. I had reached a point where I was so tired, I was exhausted, I was emotionally unstable. It was a mess. Yes, friend, yes, it was a mess, but I'm glad to say that I am getting out of that space. And like I said, the reason for this was because I had found that I was giving more than I was receiving into myself for myself. Because many times when we are in spaces, and whether it's careers or if you're in ministry, you find that the nature of what you do is to give of yourself, not just to give your skills and not just to give your time, but it is to give of yourself to another. And sometimes the recipients of yourself are not grateful. They're not reciprocating the gift, and it can be draining. Therefore, all the more need to fill myself with the right things, not to distract myself from my frustrations, not to keep myself busy with things that would entertain me, no, but to fill myself. And we know that we are spirit, and the place that I needed to fill myself in order to feel that strength is in the place of my spirit. Because the moment we are feeling weak, the moment we feel drained, the moment we feel that we have little or nothing to give, we need to realize and recognize that our spirits, our souls, the essence of who we are needs to be replenished, healed, or restored. And the Bible tells us time again that Jesus, that God is the source of healing, of restoration, of revitalization. Yes, that's the word. That He is the source. It is not enough to sleep or to go on a Netflix binge or whatever thing it may be, but we need to fill ourselves in our most intimate place. And I had found that I wasn't filling myself, and I was drained, I was done, I was exhausted. I was like, I'm done with this. But then thankfully, thank God, because He's so faithful, He meets us at the point of our need, because He is our good Father who knows what we need before we ask. He brought to me the reminder, which is found in John chapter 15, where Jesus tells us that He is the branch and we are the vine, that He is the source of the life, of the strength, of the joy, of everything that we may need in this life. He is the source, and we need to always monitor ourselves, because sometimes, like in ministry or in if you're in a career or among people who are just draining your energy, or in a career where you have to give of yourself every day, we need all the more diligence to be filling ourselves, to be in constant contact with Jesus, not like an event where you go in the morning and you go in the evening and you go on Sundays and you go any other day, but where He is filling the depth of the well of your soul with who he is. And that is what I needed to do. And that is what we need to do if we want to live lives where we are always inspired, where we are always full of joy, where we are always full of peace, where we are always in a state of mind that is in like a godly sense of control. The only way, my friends, that we would constantly be in that space is if we are connected to the branch. And the branch is Jesus. You see, the thing about Jesus is he doesn't give us a false sense of peace, a shallow sense of joy. You know, he doesn't forgive us, you know, just because it would make things in the relationship easier. No, the things he gives us are life transforming. And friend, that's exactly why we really need to intentionally stay in communication with him, to do life with him, because you will find that we end up being so busy doing life that sooner or later our fuses, they become so short, and the joy and the energy that we were approaching our day and our work and our studies would just disappear because we are not connected to the source of the joy for our work, our relationships, our studies, for everything. So yes, friend, that's what happened. That's why I didn't upload a video last week, because I had it. I couldn't. But in those moments when you, like me, find yourself in a place where you cannot make it through another day, I want to remind you, like he reminded me, that we would go back to the source being Jesus, the source of our joy, of our peace, the source of our life, the source of inspiration. And I'd like to remind you, like he reminded me, to go back to him. So yes, friend, I just needed to explain, and hopefully you could draw a lesson from that journey, that experience I had. And unfortunately it happens more frequently than it should, but I believe that I'm growing and I'm learning and moving forward in what I believe will be a long life ahead of me, that this will not happen as frequently as it used to. So friend, that's it. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, which will be next week. Take care. Bye.